Hi guys, I thought today I would discuss my Fauxdori a little bit with you. If you've been following me on Instagram or any of my vlogs for a while, you know that I've periodically showed pictures or snippets of my Fauxdori. I call it a Fauxdori because it is a Midori Traveller's Notebook style notebook, but it's a copy. It's not a real one, hence the Fauxdori. And that's a term that most people commonly use for their fake Midoris. So yes, I've shown quite a few photos and snippets of my Fauxdori, how to pronounce that, in the past, and a few of you have asked for a setup video, and I've kind of not really shared with you, not because I didn't want to, but because I don't think that my setup video would be all that great, because I don't have anything particularly fancy in there. But I've heard your requests, and I thought, well, if you guys really want to see, then I will show. And then some of you got a little bit concerned because on Instagram I put my Fauxdori up for sale. Now the reason I did that is it wasn't that I disliked the Fauxdori, it's just that this one came up for sale, and I decided to purchase it. And a couple of reasons why I wanted this one. Firstly, it is wider than my last one, so I don't have all the notebook overhang. Secondly, it's a lot thicker and sturdier than the last one. And thirdly, I just knew that it was really well handcrafted and handmade. I purchased this one from Marianne Kensington, who is Pocketful of Vintage here on YouTube, and she made a small amount of her own version of the Fauxdori and put them up for sale. I don't know whether she has any more or not. I don't think so. She put them on her Instagram account. And I purchased one all the way from Australia, and it's here, and I've got it set up and everything, and I posted a couple of pictures of it, and again you guys asked for a tour, a setup, a flip through, so I thought I would do that for you guys. But I just wanted to sort of show you and explain why it's this one and not the previous one that you've seen, and why I've kind of held off showing you for a while. So I'll flip the camera around and let you have a look. Right then, so firstly I have this little planner charm, it's just a charm on the front, which I purchased from Etsy. It's just got it's like a, oh I don't know, it's like glass, like a domed shape, and inside you've just got Bambi, Thumper, and I can't remember what his little name is, just on the elastic there. By the way, what we're looking at here is an artist's desk. This is ink, and this is paint, and ephemera, and glue, and all sorts of stuff, and it shows that I use my desk. Okay, so as I said, there's nothing like massively spectacular about it. There's nothing new that you haven't seen in other people's Fauxdoris. It's not got lots of stuff in it. It's just very plain. But you guys want to see, so here we go, and I apologise if I disappoint anybody. So first up is the 6-pocket file folder, which came with the purchase of the Fauxdori. This was handmade by Marianne herself, and she does have some tutorials on her YouTube channel if you'd like to know how to make that yourself. So I've just popped a little purple stick. It's purple, I love the colour purple, and I've just stuck a little owl on there just because the owl is purple. And then in this pocket I've just got some various bits of ephemera. Those are some stickers, just bits and bobs that Pen Pals have sent me that I thought I'd put in my journal. There's like a little fox thingy. Oh, that's actually empty, so that's really useful keeping that on now, so I'll get rid of that. This I printed off from the internet. It's Flower Fairies, a horse chestnut fairy and the blackberry fairy, which I intended on sticking into my journal because we'd been collecting those items and I was going to journal about it, and I never got round to journaling about it. post-it notes, sticky notes, which I was going to just stick in my journal, and some craft little tabby things. There is nothing in this side pocket at all. Then round this side I've just got some washi on the go cards, so just like little laminate cards with some washi tape wrapped around so that I can use them to decorate if I want to, and they're just slot in there. So the very first notebook I have got, well, so next up is a little folder. Now I made this folder myself for my last Fauxdori, before I'd seen Marianne's wonderful tutorial, and it was literally just a piece of scrapbook paper which I made a little tuck pocket in there. That's a hole punch. I made a tuck pocket in there, and that was literally where I was storing my washi on the go cards. I just had them tucked in there, nothing majorly exciting or anything, just tucked in there like so, and that just wraps around the back there, as you can see. And the last Fauxdori I had, I don't know if you can see that very well, it was, the elastic was so tight that it actually ripped my notebooks. Okay, so this is my first notebook. This was the notebook that came with my very first Fauxdori. It's like got a creamy yellow card, and on the front I've just stuck some stickers and some washi tape, and on the back cover I've done the same, and my intention with this is just to decorate it as I go with odd little bits and bobs and scraps and stuff, and you know, just so that it becomes a thing that in work in progress. This was a little note that I wrote when I was very first unsure whether to get one or not, and I did discuss these reasons on my video a long time ago. Okay, so this I've been using as a journal, and so there's things in there like journaling and photos. I've got sort of a few kind of photos and journal, you know, other bits and bobs, like there's a little autumn collage. So I haven't vetted some of these pages whether they're private or not. This is just someone sent me some lovely stickers, so I've stuck all of them in there and just did a bit of journaling all about autumn. And so this is just very random. It's a journal of randomness. It's got photos in there, stickers in there, washi tape in there, writing in there, all kinds of randomness. This is a magnetic book club, a magnetic bookmark, so that I know where my place is in my journal to go to next. And I've still got loads of pages left to fill out on that. So then that's the back of that folder, and then there's the back of this purple one. Nothing in that folder, nothing in that pocket, and then in this pocket I've just got this ruler and, don't see it very well, ruler come stencil jobby in there. That's just in the back there. Right, so this is another notebook. It's just plain pink, and this is a lined notebook. Well, it's got its own pocket in there, and this is larger. I don't know if you can see, that is larger than the Fauxdori size notebooks, which is one of the things that I love about this Fauxdori, is that just trying to show you there the size difference. Because this Fauxdori is a lot larger, I can put larger notebooks in there without having to cut them down. This notebook I got in a Linkies box, I don't know if you guys remember, and it's a notebook for jotting down notes. It's not a journal, it's a notebook, and so I just have some various notes in there. This happens to be notes, that first page I showed you happened to be notes from a class that I was taking. But yeah, there are just, it's a notebook, that's all it is. Okay, so the next book in here again was one that came with my original Fauxdori. It's got a plain cover. At some point I may decorate it, but I know what it's for. I mean, I haven't decorated excuse me, this pink one either. I may or may not decorate, but I want to do it along my journey. I don't want to set out to decorate it. I know that sounds really hippy trippy, but like with this one, it's just growing over time with odd bits of decoration on it, and I want my other notebooks to be the same, just to morph over time. Okay, so this notebook I am using to document some of the books that I've been reading. So I've literally just got the title of the book, who it's by, when I started it, when I finished it, and then some notes on excuse me, on what I thought about the book, because I do book reviews on my blog and also on my other YouTube channel. So that's just really useful when it comes to reviewing a book, that I can just refer back to my notes. Okay, so then the last book, this is the cover of the last book. It's using the same cream paper again, and as the ones that came with it. I just happened to change the cover. And now this has got some goals in it. You know those things when people say, oh, you know, where do you want to go on holiday? What do you want to do this weekend? Those kinds of things. Sometimes I'm always like, oh, I don't know. But then as time goes on, I'm like, oh, at some point I'd really love to go and do this. So this book is for keeping track of those kinds of things. Just basically the things that I want to do or go to or see during my life. You know, I want to go and see the Nutcracker Ballet, I want to go to the Roald Dahl Museum, I want to go to Cadbury's World, and that's all this notebook is for. And the reason I started this is because one day, well, ages ago now actually, excuse me, back in the summer, John had a week off holiday, and he was like, well, what do you want to do? You know, he had a week off annual leave, but we weren't going away, and we just kind of had a bit of a brainstorming session on, because we thought we'd go out for the day. And so we were just kind of working out what we wanted to do and where we wanted to go and stuff. And I started writing down a list of all the things that I would like to go to at some point. And so that's how this notebook took on that job. And that's where it has stayed, to be honest. And there's only 1.5 pages, but I will just keep adding to it as and when I think of things. And that's it, guys. That's all that's in here. It's just those things. So as I said, it's not like majorly fancy or anything, and I'm not using it as a planner. It's literally just journals and notebooks in a notebook cover. And yeah, I know that there are some people may be really disappointed by this setup because they were expecting something really fancy and technical, and that charms our city, right? I know people were probably expecting something really out of this world and fancy, and they're expecting this, that and the other, but it's what it is. It's how I'm using it and how I'm enjoying using it, and it's basically just a collection of notebooks. So there we go. I've shown you now, and I hope you enjoyed my little glimpse into my Fauxdori, and I shall carry on using it, and it's one of those things that's going to evolve over time with me. So there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.